Hey there, coming to you with day 2 of 30 Days of Empowered Living. Coming to you from a snowy Seattle. It was really freezing today and it snowed. And so that's why I've got like 30 layers of sweatshirts on right now. It's super cozy. Um, but today I want to talk about raising your standards. Okay, what does this mean? Raising your standards for life. Have you thought about what your standards are in your own life right now? Or have you kind of been going through life on autopilot, just sort of taking everything as it comes? At the end of the day, you feel whatever state you feel in, and you kind of feel like, well, this is probably because of what happened to me today, or this is just what life is, right? But have you ever taken a moment to think about how setting your own standards for your life can really dramatically affect the quality of your life and your happiness and your fulfillment and your relationships and your purpose and your love and all of these things? Well, it definitely can if we're not careful, if we're not really conscious to make sure that our standards are where we want them to be, it's easy to fall into autopilot and just go through the motions. So I want to talk about 3 areas of raising your standards for your own life, which is a really key way to empower yourself. The first one is your health, right? So, wherever you are right now in your health journey, whether you're feeling great, whether it's, you're happy with your body, whether you're not, whether you've got great energy levels, or whether you feel like you're getting that slow, that like fatigue hitting you in the afternoon where you need a nap after lunch, um, or whatever. It's time to really look at where you want to be in your health. And health isn't just food, it isn't just body and weight, right? Not at all. Your health is how your body's actually functioning and from the inside out. And so it's everything you're putting into your body, and the way you're taking care of your body. And that reflects how you feel about yourself. So when you raise your health standards, you're actually proclaiming to yourself and to the universe that you're worth it because you are. You're worth, taking impeccable care of yourself. And that means putting the highest quality organic foods into your body. That means spending time to cook meals and be really mindful about preparing them, putting love into your food. It means moving your body, getting into nature, getting excited, like getting embodied so you can have this energy because you should be feeling amazing energy flowing through your body for, most of your life. Really, that's what we're made to do. And this idea that, we have to go through these like old age and slowing down, or that we have the like 3 o'clock nap time crash after the caffeine hits or whatever, it's just a myth, right? Like we can be raising our standards in health. So I encourage you to do that. Second area that you can raise your standards in is your relationships. Now, it's really important to look at the relationships in your life and consciously create them, not just, you know, surrounding yourselves with all the people in your life and just taking that as it is, right? Like, of course, it's great to be an extrovert if you are. I definitely am. I've always loved having tons and tons of friends and connections in my life. But it's really important to notice how the energy of those connections is making you feel. Um, are you being, so you have connections that really inspire you and energize you, right? Those friends that really love you and support you, friends, family, these kind of people you really want to keep in your close circle because you're actually the reflection of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And so these people you really want to handpick because if you're raising your standards for relationships, you're simultaneously raising the standards for your own health and life and well being and happiness. And it's time to look and really take a close, hard look at any toxic or negative relationships that are happening in your life, anywhere that energy is being seeped out. Is there like a toxic, critical, judgmental friend that you still spend time with that you still just don't really feel that energized by? Or is there an ex relationship that has just been dragging you down? It's like the emotional baggage that you'd be better off without, but it's just you haven't really had the gumption to just cut it off. These are all really, really important things to take care of when you raise your standards for your own life. And you can do it with love, right? Like it's not about cutting people out and being really like mean about it at all. No, it's just setting boundaries. And you can still stay in contact with people. It's just making sure to set boundaries and limit your time with people that energetically don't support you. Um, and that doesn't mean they're bad people, right? It doesn't mean you're bad, they're bad, whatever. It's just we have different energies with different people. And if it's not supportive, then just limit it. Just recognize that for what it is. The third area to raise your standards is your happiness. And this is like just the basic thing going back to, do we create our happiness or does happiness just happen to us? And when you take the approach that you create your happiness and you come into life from a space of joy rather than expecting to get joy from outside things happening to you, you're going to experience life completely differently. A lot of us go through life and we just think that, like, oh, if something happens to us, then we'll feel happy and that's lucky, that's good. We all want to feel happy, right? Like, existence, why do we live? Like, when it comes down to the reasons we do anything, it's to feel good. Um, but realize that you can create that state for yourself. And it takes self-knowledge to get into that. And, I'll talk more about that in later videos, but you really have to know yourself and what brings you to a state of happiness, a state of contentment and presence and peace and bliss with yourself. And then you can show up to life from that place and it'll raise you even higher. You're not expecting this situation to bring you happiness. You're coming from happiness. And so I encourage you to raise your standards and choose happiness every day. Like, choose it. Don't hope for it, right? Cool. So that is all I've got for now. And I hope some of those ideas could help you. And go raise those standards because you are absolutely beautiful and worth it. Mwah. Okay. Bye.